Liza and wind back down to Sarisa channel where I will be sharing 8 tons of secrets to healthy hair every Thursday at 9 p.m. So be sure to click on the subscribe button.
So please whatever.
And hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos or any of the secrets that might just help restore your hair to its former glory. So hari ni kita akan bercakap tentang hair washing hacks 101. Simple, easy but useful hacks that will save your hair for your entire life. And as usual, I've got my coffee right here and ready to jump right into it. 我们开始吧。Washing ni is something that you think you know everything about. Yelah, daripada kecil kan, nak cuci rambut, shampoo rambut, it's almost as natural as eating kan. But actually there is a lot of things that you may not know. For example, you need to use the right water temperature to wash your hair. Yep, in the beginning, like when you first pour water onto your head, mula-mula kita basahkan rambut tu kan, you need to use warm water for that. This is in order for your hair cuticles and scalp pores to open up so that it will be easier for you to remove all the dirt, all the gunk that has been building up in your head. And then for the last rinse, after all the shampooing and conditioner, like last step, the very last step, you need to use cold water for that, so that you can close down all those cuticles, all those pores, to prevent them from losing too much moisture. We don't want dry hair, do we? And then number 2, be gentle, please. You don't need to be scratching your scalp so vigorously. You're not a tiger. Calm down, and definitely do not use your nails but use your fingertips instead. I know it feels good to use your nails to scratch your head, especially when you have itchy scalp, but scratching may cause micro tears on your scalp, like luka kecil kita tak perasan, kita tak rasa pun, and that will lead to more itchy scalp and other scalp problems as well. Macam bila luka, it may be infected, bacteria can grow in those tears, so we don't want that. We don't want unhealthy bacteria infested scalp, right? So avoid scratching your head with your nails. Okay, try to keep this in mind. Massage, not scratch. Okay, tiger? Anyway, on to the third point of the day. Different products are meant for different parts of your hair. What I mean is, shampoo is meant only for your scalp, so focus it, massage it all into your scalp and avoid your hair ends. It's meant to remove all the dirt and oils in your scalp, so your hair ends don't need that. On the other hand, conditioner is meant only for your hair, so focus it, massage it all into your hair strands, especially at the ends, and avoid the scalp. Conditioner is meant to rehydrate and re-moisturize your hair after being stripped out of all those oils and dirt. And your scalp don't need that, as it can produce its own natural oils. So leave your scalp be, don't put conditioner on your scalp, okay? If you don't use them properly, then you're gonna end up with oily scalp because of the conditioner, or dry ends because of the shampoo. And we don't want that either, do we? So listen to me and use them properly. Okay, now besides using those products properly, you also need to use them in the right amount. Pretty sure 99% of us can actually use the same amount of shampoo regardless of how long or how short our hair are, because we only need to use them on the scalp. So we should only need about the size of 50-cent coins, like this much. This should be enough, you don't need any more of it. And then you will need to lather it up first by rubbing it between your palms. Don't just smack the whole thing onto your scalp, it won't spread evenly that way and you won't feel like you have enough product. Lather it up first and then start applying it onto your scalp. This way, these products will spread more evenly and you should have enough products to wash your whole scalp. But if you still feel like you don't have enough product, add more water. Don't add in more product, but add in more water, lather it up some more. But trust me on this, you don't need much. I have quite a thick hair, it's basically Amazonian there, and this is how much shampoo I use, no lies. But as for conditioner, it should depends on how long and how thick your hair is, because you will need to apply them to the whole hair strands, and I need quite a lot because of the nature of my hair. Use less if you have thinner or shorter hair, okay? Okay, siaga, point number 5. You also need to take note on how often you're washing your hair. From my reading and my experience and in talking to my customers, I find it best to wash your hair every other day or 3 times per week if you have oily scalp. But if you have dry scalp, once or twice a week should do the trick for you. This hack should help to control the production of natural oils in your scalp and also avoid your scalp from being too dry. Okay, now before I move on, it's time for tell me in the comment section down below how much shampoo and conditioners for your every wash and how often do you wash your hair. Don't be shy and share with me your darker secrets, okay? Alright, now let's dive into point number 6. Did you know that you're supposed to leave your conditioner on for some amount of time? Yep, this would help your hair to absorb all the goodness of your conditioner. But how long should you leave it on for? Well, the longer the better. But I know we're all tight for time, so just leave it on for a minute or 2. That should do the trick. Unless you're doing a deep conditioning, then you should leave it for about 30 minutes. But on normal days, a minute or 2, that's it. What I would do is once I step into the shower, I would wash my hair first. So while I have the conditioner in my hair, I would go on to wash my face, brush my teeth, so that the conditioner can sit a while and do its job and my hair can absorb all the goodness, all the benefits of the conditioner. And then I will wash it off as the very last step, like before stepping out of the shower. That's what I would do. But trust me on this, I've only started to use this trick a few years ago, but now I no longer have to detangle my hair after shower. I don't even need to comb my hair most of the days. Yes, it's very tangle free, and yep, that's how much the tiny step of leaving your conditioner in for a minute or 2, that's how much it can do to your hair. That's how good it is. So if you also want tangle free, non-frizzy hair, then do this. 1 minute or 2 minutes is a very short time to sacrifice for you to have a lifetime of beautiful and healthy and shiny hair. We're on to the second last point of the day. Yes, I made it through. So point number 7 is please avoid rubbing your hair while you're drying it. You know what I'm talking about. This is what we do when we're trying to dry our hair. We take a towel and go like this. No. I've talked about this in my previous video, so if you haven't watched that, then go ahead and watch that video. I will put the link in the description box. As I mentioned in my previous video, rubbing your hair will cause unnecessary breakage as your hair is more delicate and fragile when it's wet. Instead, just gently pat, scrunch and squeeze your hair. That should be enough to get all the excess water out before you start using hair dryer to dry everything off. Also, before I forget, there is one more habit that we need to stop doing right now. You need to avoid putting your hair up in a towel turban too. This will also cause your hair to break, and not only that, it will also cause tension on your roots because the twist of the turban is pulling your hair away from your scalp. You don't want to lose your hair and end up with bald spots, do you? So stop doing the turban thingy, okay? Okay, before I tell you the last hair washing hacks of the day, remember, please do give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Your little thumbs up helps us a lot, so thank you in advance if you're giving us your tiny little thumbs, okay? Okay, last but not least, please have a complete hair care routine. Don't just stop at washing. follow up with other hair care products to improve your hair health. For example, if you have dry hair, use some leave-in conditioner or hair oils or serums afterwards. You can also include hair masks in your routine to further manage those dry hair. Or if you have problems with your scalp like dandruff, hair fall, itchy scalp, then use some hair tonic to boost your scalp health. Hair tonic can also help to boost your hair growth, so it should be a good addition to your hair care routine. Or if you have curly hair, use some curl defining products or maybe moisturizing products because curly hair tend to be dry. Or if you're using heat tools afterwards, then use heat protective products first. Phew! That is all for today's video. I hope you find today's video useful, helpful for you to take better care of your precious hair. It is after all a crown that you will never take off. And healthy hair is earned, not given. I will see you guys next week. 下次见，拜拜。